We're back.
Act like we never left.
Guess who's back? I just got the notification on my phone that we back on.
Facebook said, y'all back again?
These Negroes. They must ain't got no girlfriends or nothing.
I don't do. Twitter, they was waiting on us too, boy.
Oh, they was waiting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see y'all. I'm gonna keep my thumb on the tab over here. If you listening on Twitter, StreamYard don't show us your comments. But I'm in that live feed over there, so I can see y'all too. Y'all got a voice too.
You know, I didn't know that Twitter don't show.
Yeah, it's not supported. So, yeah.
I feel like with all the technology going on, that should be.
Man, Elon must be, he do what he do.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't he do a survey? You think I should sell?
Man, it was cap.
Right.
He's like, okay, cool. Now I know y'all opinion. I'm not selling nothing, but
like, you are appreciated.
I mean, I would probably troll if I was in Elon's shoes too. Like y'all said, Twitter was going to shut down within a week, like 14 weeks ago, and we still here
right.
looking at each other.
Still here. All right. And here we go. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Coming back to you with part 2 on this Monday night with the 4-Man Rush. Again, this is your main man, Kevin Avery, a.k.a. 4MR_Country Kev. Got my sidekick, as always, Jadarius McCoy, a.k.a. Panthers Den. We just wrapped up part 1 with Damon Parson of the Draft Network. Had a great conversation, great discussion, great details, insight with him. He definitely agreed after the show was over to come back, chop it up with us after the draft. He said he wants to definitely see how we did in the draft. So we look forward to that. But we'll come back to you on some mock draft stuff. We know that a lot of you guys do mock drafts. We do them as well, particularly in our 4-Man Rush chat. Some of you guys have seen me post them on Twitter as well, definitely on Facebook. I don't know if you've done it too many times. I haven't really paid attention, JD, but go on and let the fans know why we're doing this and what you got planned.
Yeah, I peruse in mock drafts here and there. Like I've done like maybe I'll do them and then screenshot the result, but I haven't done it like live and in person yet this cycle. But that's one of the things I want to get into. But yeah, now that we're in April, bro, it's draft month. So we're gonna start hitting these little draft profiles. First on deck is gonna be Bryce Young. That's gonna drop by the end of this week. Following week, we got CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson. So we're not gonna go too far into the quarterback class, like I said last live stream, because we ain't shopping at Dollar Tree no more. You know what I'm saying? We ain't shopping at Family Dollar, Dollar General. You know what I'm saying? We at one now, so our focus can shift away from the Will Levises of the world, in my opinion, and focus on the guys that are more than likely going to be in consideration. And quite frankly, I just think they're better. So that's what we'll do, and that's how we're gonna rock out. And those will be posted on my page, and all the 4-Man Rush will pitch in on retweeting it. So once they go live, you can't miss it. As long as you follow us on Twitter, you'll see it.
Yeah, thanks for setting that up. And just to let you guys know, we are using the PFF Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator. Reason why we choose this one, as you know, with the 4-man rush, we definitely believe in attention to detail. Now, with this mock draft, with this capabilities, I'm sure many of you guys have already seen it, but for those of you who haven't, it allows us to pull up the information and stats and the profile and outlook of each player before it's drafted. So it's not like we're just going to have players. You know, we're kind of doing like our version of the Panthers war room for the draft. We're going to do two versions. First one we're going to do is a mock draft where we don't trade our picks. So we're going to keep these 6 picks that we originally have, which is a first, a second, a third, 2 fourths, and a fifth. And then we'll break that down and analyze it. And then we'll redo it again, this time with some trade back options. Now, which pick we trade back? Who knows? We might trade back the first pick. We might trade back the second or the third. You know, you just never know. So definitely stick around. We're definitely going to respond to you guys' questions and comments here. So definitely feel free to type away, give us your insight, your thoughts, your opinions, and we'll make a decision from there.
Word. Without further ado, this our this our little setup. So PFF also gives you these little settings down here, advanced settings. So I'm gonna try to keep it as close to normal as possible for the first one, and then on the second one, if we want to get a little, you know what I'm saying, a little more extravagant on them, we can do that. But without further ado, we're gonna enter draft.
Hey, JD, before you do that, real quick.
Yep.
On these advanced settings, kind of just quickly tell the fans what each one of these mean. I mean, I know it says what it says, but you know, we like to make sure they understand what these settings mean and what's the difference between less and more, and you know, the different options.
For sure. So first tab up here is public versus PFF board, and all these settings are going to control what the simulated teams pick. So every team that's not the Panthers in the simulation, these are like setting the parameters on how they draft. So first one is just saying their PFS big board versus the public or the consensus big board right now. So the higher we go up on this, the more the public's board is used. The higher we go down, you know what I'm saying, the more PFF's board is used. So yeah, that's how we're gonna toggle it. I prefer a little bit more public, just a tinge more for more natural, because they have Will Levis over CJ Stroud, and everybody in this chat knows right now that is just not the case at all. So that's right there for now. That's calling my base right there. Positional value again is for like when a running back's on the board, you know, they probably won't be picked first round, or versus, hey, this player is graded so highly on the big board, we're gonna stick to the big board grade on like your running backs, your guards, offensive guards, interior defensive linemen, and all those guys. They kind of get a hit for positional value normally. Down here, draft for needs simply means that your team or whatever team is drafting that's not the Panthers, because obviously we'll be controlling the Panthers, that team will focus on filling the holes in their rosters as of late, given that we're through free agency, the bulk of free agency. This just means that teams are going to draft for need more than – more than they would if this toggle bar was down here. So if the Lions, for example, have a hole at like receiver, they would draft to fill that need instead of taking the best player on the board. And randomness is literally just like something crazy happens. Like second overall, they take some guy, that nobody even thought was possible to go second overall. And it just kind of snowballs from there. So this is just essentially the chaos meter. Like, since we're sitting at 1, it won't affect us too much until our second pick. But you can get some crazy outcomes the higher you toggle this. So we might play around with that the next go around.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you breaking that down. You actually gave me a little bit more clarity when I was kind of thinking about it. So
Yeah,
definitely appreciate that explanation.
for sure. For sure. Well,
All
y'all ready
right.
to rock out?
Yeah. Well, without further ado, we're going to start the first mock draft. And again, this would be the mock draft that we do. That there's no trading back. We're just going to stick with the original 6 picks to just kind of discuss and simulate. You know what we think and what we feel would be best for the team. So definitely feel free to chime in with your comments. I know JD is monitoring the ones on Twitter, and I'm monitoring the ones here on the chat box. So again, for those of you on Facebook and YouTube, feel free to share what you think. So we've entered the draft. We're getting ready to start the draft. As you see, round one, pick number one from Chicago. It's got our needs. It's quarterback, yep. Wide receiver, yep. Edge, yep. So definitely we'll, go according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
And JD, without further ado, let's start the draft.
All right, y'all. We on the clock. We is
All
on
right.
the clock.
And just kind of scroll up a little bit, just kind of let them see where they got them ranked. I'm here. Got Bryce Young ranked number one. Now, what does ADP stand for?
Average depth pick. Average so it's just saying like average depth of pick. So this is the average where they are picked. So obviously because
Okay.
Bryce Young is tightly linked to Houston, his average pick is 2, second overall. And then the lower you get, the more you have the percentages here. That just means they're falling between picks 6 and 7 the most when you average out where they're selected. So these fluctuate. I think they take into account each mock draft that's completed, and so it's like as the general consistent as the general consensus is being created throughout the draft process, those numbers fluctuate.
Okay. All right. Again, thank you for that insight. All right. So since we're going with this pick, um, we'll keep them on ourselves, JD. We got quarterbacks who we think are number one and number two. So we'll we'll do one on this draft and one on the flip.
Right.
But because that's what we do. This is what we interact with you guys about when we have our discussions out there in Twitter land and definitely on Facebook here. But yeah, as you see, the different options here. Bryce Young, Jalen Carter, Will Anderson, Will Levis, then CJ Stroud. That's just disgusting to me to think that.
That's PFF big board for you.
Right, that part. So that's one of the reasons why the settings were closer to public than PFF. Mm. So, it seems like when you take any kind of poll, it seems like a majority of Panther fans are uh, saying CJ Stroud. They think he got a prototypical build, best pure passer in the draft. Um,
I'm gonna look at his profile.
6'3", 215. Yeah, definitely. And kind of share and just kind of, gloss over. You don't have to hit them up all, but the ones you feel like, uh, what information we can drop and share with the fans is as far as what these numbers represent.
Yeah, so no pressure grade actually definitely stands out on film. When everything's great, Stroud is excellent. And when everything's perfect, he's really, really good. Deep grade is accurate as well here. So these are throws. I think they classified throws 20 yards and over. This is dead on, spot on. This is very accurate. Now, my concern with CJ Stroud is this pressure grade. It's when he's pressured, you can tell he gets rattled, and that's natural for quarterbacks. I don't think that's anything that's like out of the ordinary. But when you consider that OSU is not really putting their quarterback out there and saying, hey, pre-snap, don't hike the ball immediately. Like, don't always run tempo, slow it down and see if you can get a guy, leaking into the box and identify that pressure, then Ringo it to slide your protection to that side. They're not doing a ton of that at OSU, which is not necessarily CJ's fault, but it's a concern. It's an area for concern for me going into the NFL, because you're going to absolutely need that. Like, the pre-snap stuff is huge, and I know people will be like, oh, well, they'll disguise it and it'll look like cover 2, but it's really actually cover 3 after they snap it. So it's one of those things to where, like, he's just not had that experience that Bryce has had pre-snap, because you'll see Bryce pre-snap read, correct the protection or change the protection or do something like that. OSU is going on the fly. Like, they're just going to go more often than not. And you'll get some snaps where CJ has to check or makes a checker or 2 or 3, but that's just not the game. So you have to adjust that scheme, I think, to just going on the fly and just going. Quick rhythm throws is CJ's biggest strength, in my opinion. Boundary throws deep down the boundary with this deep grade. This intermediate grade I felt like should be higher. But again, CJ's touted as this ball placement connoisseur. When that pressure's on, you know what I'm saying, that connoisseur turns into something that's not a connoisseur. It's not to say like he's not the ball placement guy, but I think it's a little overstated for him. But he's an excellent quarterback prospect, and I would be turning cartwheels to have him on the team. So just to put all that in perspective, yeah, there's some things that's going to be a concern, like this pressure, under pressure. I still have questions about his footwork time to time, but I'm not out on him by any means.
Okay, and let's take a quick look. Can you scroll a little bit, show those advanced stats a little bit more? Can you scroll up a little bit more? Just kind of, any one of those stick out in particular, like adjusted completed percentage? Like which one of these stats, is something that's going to be important on the NFL level?
Let's see. Big time throw rate is big to me. You're gonna have to make big time throws in the NFL. That's just the game that we're playing now. Average time to throw, that's actually quicker than I thought it would have been.
Right. Because usually his first read get open so quick.
Yeah. But I think that says a lot about their pass protection up at Ohio State.
Right.
They've had some good offensive linemen come out in the past 2-3 years, so makes sense.
Right.
Other than that, pressure to sack conversion rate, I'm not sure where the other quarterbacks stand on this, and there's no comparison ranking. But I would be interested. I don't know enough about this stat to say whether this is tracking on good or tracking on bad. I just hadn't seen a bunch of them.
Okay. All right. And while we're talking about it, since we're looking at quarterback, you want to pull up Bryce Young's and Anthony Richardson, just compare theirs real quick? Take a look.
Sure. Well, since A. Rich is right here below him, I could just click on him.
Okay. So as you see, him and CJ Stroud, when they're under pressure, they're about the same, because I believe CJ was at 43.
Yep.
This is a 41.9. So, when the they're ironically about the same. As you see, deep grade is just marvelous. No pressure. It's fairly good. Intermediate is really good.
Yeah. That's surprising. I would think CJ would be better rated intermediate than Richardson was.
Right.
Let's look at these advanced stats down here, though. I want to see this. All right, now look at this pressure to sack conversion rate. CJ was sitting at 14.
Right.
AR is right here at 9.2. That's partly because he's an elite athlete.
Yep. And when I'm thinking about the definition, to break it down, pressure to sack conversion rate, I'm thinking whenever he does get pressure, how often does that turn into a sack?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So whenever CJ Stroud is getting pressured, his it's more than likely to turn into a sack more at 14 than it would with Anthony Richardson. Now that goes back to the athletic ability, but also one of the things that Anthony Richardson doesn't get talked about and discussed enough is his footwork and mobility in the pocket when he's looking to pass. Like he is able to stay balanced and stay upright, and duck and dodge the defender trying to get him, and still have a strong enough base to throw the ball to a receiver. So that's something, definitely going on here. And a couple of these other numbers speak on what Dame was speaking on. How there's a lot of deep shots. Without deep shot talent. Look at his time to throw there, JD. 3.18 seconds.
Jeez.
So that's now that's average. So that means some of them took longer than that.
Yep.
I'm saying, I think, like I said, that's just part of what Dane was talking about, the flaws with the type of system that he was in Florida, where they just took a whole bunch of deep shots with the 107th, ranked wide receiver group, and if anybody can name one of the wide receivers, a tight end for Florida, please feel to drop it in the chat for us.
Oh, we definitely make sure we don't draft none of them.
Right. And look at that drop rate. 7.4%. That's what happened when your 107th ranked wide receiver group has 50 drops. You're going to have a very high drop rate now. I know some people like 7.4. That don't look too bad. When you compare it, do you remember what CJ Stroud's was by chance?
Hold on. I can go back because they're right there on top of each other. Hold on. I can just hit previous. Right here.
Yeah, 5.9. Okay.
Hey, look, his turnover worthy play rate is higher too. CJ is sitting at 3.6. AR is sitting at 3.3.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Noted.
I agree with that, actually, low key. I think CJ's ball placement bails him out a lot, where the throw should be late. He just places it perfect, like pinpoint, to where the undercutting defender can't get to it.
Right.
But AR, I think that's an underrated part of his game.
Very. Because, too many people are stuck on the 53% passing completion. That's pretty much what they use to evaluate quarterbacks.
I'll take the 64. The suggested completion percentage, it's accounted for drops and all that good stuff. 64, I'll take it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Now it ain't 70 something that CJ got. You know what I'm saying? It ain't 72.8, but I'll take it every time.
All right.
Well, let's look at Bryce, because Twitter is like, hey, can y'all look at Bryce? So
right.
We'll look at Bryce. Let's see.
Let me check out the comment.
Let's see. Jeez. Okay, Bryce. Passing grade 91.3 overall. Intermediate grade 94.2. Deep grade 95. They gave him a better deep ball than CJ and AR. No pressure grade 93.2, and the pressure grade is vastly better. So much better than AR and Stroud.
Significantly better. Well, let some tell it. That's the struggle with Bryce Young deep ball, but clearly his deep grade is
the struggle. Like, that's not on film. I'll be trying to find nice ways to say it, but the lack of arm talent is just not on film. Now, is he not an elite arm talent? Probably. Like, he probably doesn't have the strongest arm. Once he gets into the league, like AR would have the argument to have one of the stronger arms in the league right away. Bryce isn't that guy, but to say that he struggles with ball placement down the field is just fabricated. It's not on film at all. It's not there. Coming from a guy who had Jamison Williams and Mechie, all these guys that can win downfield, I think if the quarterback struggled with ball placement, like we would see that over a 2-year span. I just did not. It's not a thing. It doesn't exist.
And I mean, when you look at the fact that 2% turnover worthy plays.
Oh, come on.
I mean, point guard, you getting, assist to turnover rate. I mean, that's essentially what it's saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this goes another stat seems to show, the lack of talent he had wide receiver. He had a high drop rate too at Alabama this year.
It might be higher than ARs. What? No. Richards was like 9 or something. I forget. Hold on. I forget. Let me go back because Bryce sitting at. Hold on. Let me put a pin in this. 8.2 drop percentage. Let's see. Go down. Now this better not be no. He had higher drop percentage.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay, I did not know
but
that.
Because it's Alabama, stuff like that gets overlooked.
Oh yeah, Bryce had Bryce was going to Jermaine Burton, and Burton was okay. I ain't got nothing nice to say, so I'm kidding. Yeah. So yeah. PFF, they really love Bryce, man.
Yeah, they definitely do.
For good reason. Who else y'all want to look at? Do y'all want to look at Will Levis and hurt your eyes? Or
nah, man, let's not mess with the fans like that. So, so this first time around, who is it? Is it my pick or yours?
It's yours. Okay,
you're gonna let me keep the original 6. Okay.
Yeah, the GM.
Well, if we're gonna keep the original 6 picks, I like to take Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama, with the first overall pick.
All right, tell me why you wanted Bryce.
The stats support it. I mean, basically, you're looking at someone who does the best under pressure, doesn't turn the ball over a lot, made the most with lesser talent. You clearly saw even with his high drop rate, still had a higher percentage completion. He still was able to have 32 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions, and this is with a compared to what he normally has a substandard receiving core this past year at Alabama. So just the leadership ability, what he does in between the ears. I just like the fact that with Bryce Young, he's that floor general I believe can start week 1, and he's going to put your team in position to win on a regular basis.
So you don't care about the size? How do you feel about the size argument for Bryce Young?
I mean, to be fair, it is a concern, but I've seen too many other quarterbacks 6'4", 6'5", bigger weight that got dealt with some injuries. While smaller quarterbacks, and I know it's not a whole lot of them to base it on, but I never really saw these serious injuries from a Drew Brees who's 6 foot, from a Russell Wilson who's 5'11". So again, to automatically think that size lessens, injury rate, I just can't buy into it. I just think that the fact that he's able to look to get rid of the ball quick, not stay in the pocket to get the ball there, he just doesn't seem to put himself in harm's way. Now, is he going to get hit? Yes, of course. That's any quarterback. But I just think that with Bryce Young, he's going to make sure that the ball gets delivered in the right spot no matter what. So he's going to be smart about it, but he's not scared to stare down, as they say, the barrel of the gun to get the throw off. So for those reasons, that's why I would take him at number 1.
All right, we sitting at pick 39.
Let's see here. Pick 39. A name that's been popular, Will McDonald IV. For those looking at defense end, Monty's guy, Felix, was it Anudike Uzama? I think he's Big 12 defensive player of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You're looking at him. Now, this is Vince's guy right here from LSU, BJ Ojulari. They've talked about him on NFL Live. He's electric coming off the end. I'll put it to you like that. Now, more so, you're looking at cornerback here. Now, I don't know much about Forbes. If you want to share some things on him.
He's rail thin. So he's 166 pounds soaking wet. Lanky guy though, ball skills, speed, all that good stuff. It's just, again, it's the size metric for him. And, you can't run away from it on the defensive end. Like, if you starting at corner, teams will run to your side if they know you can't, run support. So we've seen it a couple times with some of the corners we have, that they will deliberately load that side of the field up, block down on everybody inside, and just leave their corner on an island, and dare him to get off a block and make a play. So that's my main concern for him. And we can look at some of the guys, their profiles here. But again, you'll see that he's a thinner guy. Let's see if we go to first look at the short size here. 6'1", 166. So less than ideal weight, you know what I'm saying? The height, length is good. He's a blazer, so he ran 4.35, can jump, explosive athlete all around. What I love is the ball skills from him. So I could get behind a pick like that, but it's just a matter of, okay, how do you plan on keeping teams from running at you like that? And how will he hold up against the Drake London and Kyle Pitts of the world that'll just, swat you out the way because they're bigger bodies. They can box you out. So that will be my concern with them, but I'm not like put off by the 166.
Okay.
Do you want to look at one of these edge guys? What you trying to do?
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the edge, because I got one in mind a little further down here.
Okay.
So, like I said, I don't think you can really go wrong, but for edge, I'm really looking at FAU from Kansas State. Let's check him out real quick.
Yeah, check him out.
All right, so with him, you just look at the general numbers you see. 29 quarterback hurries, 9 hits on the quarterbacks, 8 sacks. That's pretty decent production there. His pass rush grade is a little bit higher than his run defense, but his true pass rush, and pass rush win rate is very good. And he has a pretty solid run stop rate as well. Again, getting him, you're pretty much getting a guy that can play all 3 downs here for you. Now, if you want to scroll down a little bit and see where it says snaps by alignment, where he usually lines up, this past year, he had 72 snaps in the B gap, likely as a 3 technique, when they slid him on the inside. Now, when it says over the tackle, that means head up. We call that the 4-eye technique here. He did that 140 times. But as you see, a vast majority of his snaps came with him as would be like a 5 technique outside the tackle here as well. And then just completely off the ball. So I'm thinking like a stand-up outside linebacker, edge type threat, but he only had one of those. So someone that can play a little bit of versatility anywhere from the 3 to the 5 technique, but mostly played the 5 technique. Just take a quick look at his bio here. Let's see, 6'3", 255. With the 33 and 1/2 inch arms. It says he's one of the bendiest edges in the draft class. I was waiting to see what his 3-cone at the time will be at the Kansas City Pro Day here. Only 21 years of age. Where he wins at is the bend. And anybody that's been with the Panthers know that's one of the best things that describe Brian Burns is his bend. Ability to bend. Every down edge, like I said, 3 downs. He can definitely play anywhere that you need him to, from a 3 technique to a 5 technique. And as you saw, what he can improve on is setting the edge, which is why his run grade was a little bit lower than his pass rushing grade. It says stacking and shedding is a necessary part of the position, which is true. Right now, he's more worried about finding ball carriers instead of stopping tacklers in their tracks. So essentially what that means is he's not trying to that's potentially to get your gap exposed, because when you're particularly, we're going in a 3-4 base. And I would like to think with his weight, he's probably going to be at that weight. Would you say edge more like an outside linebacker, 6'3", 255? Because, a DN in a 30 front going to be significantly heavier than 255 pounds. So
he'll be that. He'll be that tweener.
He'd be that tweener. Now, if there was in a 40 base, 4-3 or 4-2-5 nickel, he's definitely your DN with his hand on the ground, going after the coming up the field. So just to show that one there. Now, there's another player. Go back up that I would look at edge here. Got a lot of fans that top out. If you scroll down a little bit for me, take a quick peek at the one from LSU real quick.
Ojulari,
yeah. All right. Now with him, this is Hassan Reddick-like. If you're looking at his comparables here, let's just take a look at his the immediate sacks: 26 hurries, 14 hits, 9 sacks. Here had an overall grade of 76. Man, his pass rush grade is immaculate. That's you're gonna be hard pressed to find one better than that. Run defense, it's a little bit more solid than the one we just saw before. But pass rush coming off the edge, this is where he excels at here. Now, his run stop rate, this is where, some improvement, some technique definitely going to have to be taught. Let's take a quick look at where he lined up at. Snaps by alignment. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's pretty much your 5 technique in a 40 front coming off here and off the ball 31 times. So, again, like a stand-up linebacker. Now, let's scroll up and see his measurements, height and weight, JD.
All right.
First look. Oh, yeah, that screams outside linebacker all day. 6'2", 248.
Yep.
Yeah, that's – and when you take a look over, what's his role? 3-4 outside linebacker, designated pass rush. Where he runs, it says Ojulari has answers for almost everything an offensive tackle can throw at him. He's already a repertoire that's well beyond his years. Again, does that not sound like Hassan Reddick?
Yep.
What's his role? 3-4 outside linebacker. Ojulari's skill is tailor-made to be a stand-up linebacker on the line. He can't fill too many other roles, so he's a one-trick pony. But he's hell at that trick. And whatever he can improve on. That just says there's so much to like, but He needs to improve on, he says, speed to power. That's going to be something to work on. So just something that with this coaching staff, I feel like they can definitely help bring about with him. It says Ojolari could have benefited from another year in college weight room. As it stands, he's still a very technique sound rusher who will add juice to a third down package. So getting after the quarterback, opposite of Brian Burns, this is your guy right here,
Mm-hmm.
BJ Ojolari. Now, don't want to talk our fans' ear off about this, but there's one more DN I want you to look at here for me. One more edge. Scroll down a little bit more.
I'm gonna sort it by position so I can see it.
Okay.
Be a little easier to get to. Edge.
Edge. Yep.
All right. Being the edges.
Bam! Right there, right underneath
Thule?
him. Thule, yes. Thule,
Yes, sir.
that's my guy. Now let's start off with the first look at Thule. He's from USC. Now, this is someone that can fill that 3-4 DN position. You're looking at 6'3", 266 here. He's definitely someone that definitely has room to grow. Only 20 years old. In a 40 front with 4 down linemen, he's definitely your DN here. It says, where does he win? It says many apps on tape to counter whatever they're doing. He understands his role in the defense. So he's definitely a smart player. What's his role? As I stated, 3-4 defensive end. They also mentioned some 3 technique. So again, some position flexibility here, which is always something that we could use around here. It does say that he needs to get a stronger to hold up, but he's only a junior, so again, his body got room to grow. And it says it's crazy thing that he recorded 13 sacks and 16 other defense stops while leaving 16 tackles on the field. So he has to improve. All right. So let's take a look at the stats, JD.
All right, we'll see.
Oh man, I like this. Overall grade of 82.1, 37 quarterback hurries. That's getting after it. 6 hits, 13 sacks. So he's definitely familiar with how to get to the quarterback. Look at his pass rush grade, 81. Very good run defense grade as well. So this would be your balanced DN that you're looking at here. Pass rush win rate, 19%. Again, he knows how to beat his blocker to get to the quarterback. Run stop rate, kind of in the middle, a little bit, where he could probably get some strength, fill out his body a little bit more. Let's take a look at his snaps by alignment, JD. I like this. You got a nice mix. Pretty much you can line them up anywhere on your defensive line. 10 snaps in the A gap, 53 snaps in the B gap. That's 3 technique. A gap is likely 1 technique, maybe some zeros directly over the center, depending on matchups. Over the tackle, 4-eye, 122 snaps. Now, a solid chunk is the 5 technique that we stated. But even then, you can still stand them up and have them coming off the ball as well. Again, his ability to get to the quarterback at 6'3", 266, he shows plenty of position flexibility. So this is one of the reasons why I liked him, because when I watched him, he pretty much was lining up all up and down the defensive line.
Yep.
And he just pretty much, gives you that size and gives you that build. So these were the top 3 DNs that I usually look at when I'm doing my mock draft. So let's go ahead and select the player.
All right. Who you thinking?
You know what? Because so many of us felt like we shouldn't have let Hassan Reddick go, I'm going to go ahead and take his protege, BJ Ojolari, and get him and Brian Burns to, get things hot in that pocket. So I'm going to draft him with the second round pick.
Now, we got this gap we're getting ready to hit between 39 and 93. there's a bunch of guys in there that we'll try to hit on this next when we do.
Right.
So I know Twitter's like, oh my God, we just passed on da. And yeah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna try to get into the thick of that down there. Okay, now we sitting at pick 93.
Pick 93. All right, kind of pick it up a little bit here. Here, I would be interested possibly in a corner, Garrett Williams, who I mentioned again with Dame. He's someone that, again, with Dante Jackson coming off Achilles, with the up and down play of C.G. Henderson, I wouldn't hesitate about doing that here. Let's take a look at some of his numbers real quick.
Garrett Williams?
Yeah, Garrett Williams.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Let's take a look at his first look real quick. Look where his hometown is. Bam. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey.
So this will be a local kid coming back home. You're looking at decent size, 5'10", 192 pounds, red shirt sophomore. Look like he's about to be 22. Now, here's your concern about him. It says Williams won't get any pre-draft testing and he continue to rehab from his ACL injury. In a loaded cornerback class, he runs the risk of slipping. Now, cornerbacks and ACL injuries, you'll be more advised to tell me, how, players are able to recover and come back from that and still be that dog.
Mm-hmm.
But what caught me about him was, if you read down where it says second round, it says what Williams has is uncoachable. He's a top 5 corner in his class on mirroring ability alone. The rest is a work in progress. Right. And if you look over here, what his strengths are, he wins with his feet. Now, JD, you're big on feet when it comes to your secondary players.
Yeah.
It says that Williams can really pick him up and put him down. He can match a receiver's every move with relatively ease, a great starting point for a corner. Now, share with our fans what it means when it says he can match a receiver's move, and when they say he's one of the best at mirroring. What does that exactly mean?
That just means as your receivers are trying to attack your corners, they're not getting themselves out of position. They're just mirroring and matching. It literally says what it means. Like they're just matching what's going on from the receiver standpoint. And again, it just keeps you from putting yourself out of position. So like when the Devontae Adams comes and rocker steps you, you know what I'm saying? Those feet match where the body is, much less like, you know what I'm saying, or where the general movement of the feet are. It'll make more sense if I could show y'all on film what they're talking about. But it just means like every move is calculated, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not putting himself out of position. And essentially you're not beating yourself. That's what that means.
Okay. All right. Now, let's hop over here to his stats real quick.
Let's see what we got.
What kind of numbers we're looking at here. I forgot to read one of the things it said on the first look. It had said that this is your prototypical man-to-man corner here.
Yeah.
What's his role? Outside corner. Again, with what's going on with Dante, we just have to see. But I would feel comfortable with this pick. It says basically he really shines in man coverage. Teams that play a lot of off man should be covered in Williams' services here. Now, this is a term that we use a lot, and this is a role where they can prove that mentally. Williams could use a little dog in him. Tool-wise, he's not all that dissimilar from the top-rated corner, Devin Witherspoon, but he's on opposite ends of the spectrum play style-wise. So, now, dog, I don't know if that's something that can be coached up or you got to have it in you. But to play cornerback, that's something you definitely got to have. So clearly the talent is there. It's just all about tapping into that internal ticker, and taking your game up to the next level. So since we're dealing cornerbacks, if you want to kind of go over these stats here and see from a cornerback what, the statistics that really, like I say, translate well, or that's going to be important at the NFL level.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Obviously, he got some ball production here, so 2 interceptions. Just looking at his stats, pass rate 81.4 when targeted. That's cool. Um, Looking at these grades here, coverage grade, it's going to show as average, but I'll take that. From a Now we're sitting in the third round, so I'll take that. That's not bad. Run defense grade, I'm a little concerned about because, like I said last time, teams will find you and they'll just run to your side. So
Mm-hmm.
you that's where that mentality comes into play too. You have to have some dog about you, uh, and say I'm gonna make this play, get rid of a blocker, you know what I'm saying, and get down there and make a play. So that's a concern. But completion percentage again, this is all contingent on how they attack them. So I wouldn't be able to tell you per se, like right now, um, if there's a bunch of correlation, like how teams attack him, because I haven't watched a ton of his film
Okay.
myself. I've only like dipped my toes in for him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but if I guarantee you, if we were to pull his film now and say, okay, how is this team attacking him? What are they trying to hit him with? Um, and it's wholly possible again, like teams will avoid you, you know what I'm saying, lull you to sleep and then hit you when they target you. So this completion percentage could be slightly inflated to where their slants or their drags and they're not really attacking them.
Right.
And it's a man cover. He's a man cover guy. So you're going to uncover versus a slant. If the
Exactly.
receiver just does their job, like nothing like that. So certain concepts and things like that are susceptible to certain types of coverage, excuse me. But yeah, so that could be inflated, but I don't mind any of that. I'm not put off by anything I'm seeing here. So we can see some of his alignments down here. He's an outside corner. He's got some experience in the box. I don't know what type of freaky stuff they was doing with this man on the D line. So they could probably mug him up from the nickel, and then because he's in
Right.
the tackle box, they counted his D line. So that's potential there because he's got 18 snaps down there. So some in the box again, some in the nickel area down here. He's got some experience deep too, but if you draft Garrett Williams, you're not concerned about anything other than this corner alignment. But it's nice to see that he has moved around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I'm noticing, he only has 6 missed tackles.
Yeah.
So when you look at the number of defensive coverage, number of defensive snaps,
Mm-hmm.
285 here, only 6 missed tackles. I'll take that.
I wonder where they got this run defense grade from. If there's because he's got a lot of snaps on film.
Mm-hmm.
2020 877, 2021 541. Or with the injury, it was a little lower in 2022, but
Right.
that's not bad for as many snaps as they had. He's not a huge guy. I think 192. That's not bad. Um, but I would think that you would see more. Oh, this is from 2022. I got it. Makes
Got
sense.
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. That's not bad though. I mean, you know, it's something you can always get better at. And none of these prospects are perfect.
Okay. All right. Let's hop back and take a look what other players are currently available for the third round pick.
Ooh,
You all right
let's
over
see.
there?
Yeah,
Give
I'm
me some
straight.
water,
I'm
bro.
straight. Yeah, I know. Give me some water. Carl Brooks, Jordan Battle. Mm. Let's see. Would you be against double dipping at like defensive line? So we took BJ Ojulari already. Would you be against taking another edge rusher?
At this position, I kind of would be
Gotcha.
due to the players already on the roster.
Yep, makes sense. So
Um,
what you thinking like position wise to speak?
Garrett Williams is nice.
Mhm.
I was kind of seeing if you scroll up a little bit, who
Yeah.
else is available? because Ojomo, that he's nice too. And they go Tucker Craft, for those that's hollering tight end. He's a possibility. Keep scrolling up.
I like Kendre Miller. He's kind of that bigger back that we're missing now with
Foreman gone.
Foreman gone, yep. Dane mentioned Tyjae Spears briefly on our live stream just a few minutes ago.
All right.
Monty is a big Parker Washington guy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was one of the first Parker Washington guys in the chat. So that's a slot receiver. He's not. I don't think he's going to be an elite athlete. I'm a fan of Deuce Vaughn. Kayshon Boutte, for a lot of guys, would have been wide receiver 1 if it weren't for some other circumstances.
Right.
Ivan Pace is sitting at 107 on the draft.
See?
Yes, sir. I know it. Right below
him. Here's another good cornerback here.
Jacorian,
Jacorian Bennett.
So you want to look at Ivan's grades and stats?
Let's share Ivan's real quick, because this is I'm glad he kind of creeped up here.
Ooh, he got 90s. Hold on.
Hey man, I want you to read these numbers with me. Check this out, bro. Ivan Pace. Let's take first look. Let's go and get the theatrics out the way, because some of y'all are size queens here. Oh, he's only 5'10", 231 pounds.
Well, I don't care about none of that.
I mean, what was Sam Mills,
you know what I'm saying? Look, anybody that can knock a guard on their tail.
Man.
Because they wanted to.
Right. So let's just go get that part out of the way. Yeah, he's a short backer, 231. But if you watch his film, you're going to be like, wow. Yeah, let's hop back over to these stats, though. Because with that 5'10" frame, look what he was able to do. 897 defensive snaps. 92 tackles. 34 assisted tackles here. Now, this pass rush grade lets me know that when you want to blitz, particularly A and B gap with your backer, this is the guy that you send.
Yep.
Right here. Strong to get the run as well. And he can do coverage as well. If you look at his coverage grade, 70.6.
That's not bad.
Now, an area that he will have to clean up some is missed tackles. But that's something that can be coached. Because it is a little high, it's right there in the middle, 13.1. He did have 19 missed tackles, but again, when you look at almost 900 snaps, that's really not as quote bad as it seems based on the number of snaps that he took. If you look at his snaps by his alignment, he was primarily in the box. Now, did he move around a little bit? Yeah, sure. He was on the defensive line. 2 snaps at slot. I can't imagine why. I'm thinking slot blitz maybe.
Yeah.
More than likely, but 847 of those snaps was in the box, front 7. So that's pretty much what you get with him. 50 run stops, second best in the country.
We'll take it.
Now, I know I was saying this pass coverage is pretty good. I mean, these numbers look a little skewed. 12 of 14, 2 touchdowns allowed, no interceptions. Pass rating allowed, 140.2. I would have to watch more film to see what's going on with that. Is that like a bunch of short stuff? We just have to see here.
Well, you look at 2 of his games. You got Tyjae Spears down here with Tulane. Then you come up. You got Miller with ECU. Those running backs gonna give you, a tough day regardless. So he's not facing like slouches in coverage. If he's playing a true linebacker role, and I know I've seen in some of his film that he does, like he's facing tight ends and running backs, and two of those guys right there are loads to deal with in and of themselves. So,
yeah. Now, my hesitation with selecting him would be, we got Brandon Smith. I want to definitely see what he can do.
Yeah.
As well. But man, when you think about this kind of production, though, man, I mean, geez, like, is this considered a luxury drafting him? Hey man, it's enough to make you think. Definitely. He's one of the players. Look at, man, why don't we take that little motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
He just always making plays. Because if I'm not mistaken, Perriman, he's not that big either.
No.
He's like 6 feet, about the same weight, about 235. So, you know what? Due to time, keeping my crush. Fuck it, let's draft him. Give me Ivan Pace Jr. with the 3rd round pick.
Yes, sir.
Because I kind of have in mind who I want with the next pick here, based on my previous mock draft experiences. Let's take a look. We're in the 4th round now, pick 114. Let's take a look real quick, scroll up, see who's available.
Up. Yep. Up. Let's look at the stats. Look at the stats.
Hold up. Wait. All right, let's get that first look. This is a luxury that I can't afford. Shout out to Smooth. He's from your local area, Trenton, New Jersey. So now this is one of the players that we can kind of maybe let him slowly work himself in. We do have Von Bell. We do have Xavier Woods. We do have Jeremy Chin. He's going to be more in the box this year. Yeah, this guy right here, he's a redshirt senior, Penn State. Where he wins at, I like this mentality. Plays exciting brand of football. He wants to get involved, doing the willing whatever it takes to make it happen. Now his role is box. Says Brown is too unreliable to trust deep. His down here play style fits just right in the box. I can see that, but too unreliable to trust deep. What I saw on film, I think he's a little bit better off, but I'm not exactly the best secondary guru. But from what I saw, I just, like I said, just something you guys want to take a look at. Feel more than free to do so. Where it says you can improve on pursuit angles. So now let's jump back over to the stats real quick. All right, 679 defensive snaps last year. Only 11 missed tackles. Coverage grade, 77. So, when they say that about him in coverage, can't trust him deep. Coverage is not necessarily saying deep, but just your area of responsibility. So, run defense grade for safety, pretty decent. All right.
Let's see some alignments.
Right. All over the place, bro.
Yeah. They had him deep more than they had him in the box.
Exactly. I mean, he's showing, they used in the blitz a lot, D-line. I mean, you got a safety on the D-line 58 times, so he's coming to heat you up. Played in the slot. I'm thinking the same thing. Cover some, blitz some. He even got 8 reps at corner. So, again, that position flexibility. 157 snaps in the box. I'm thinking nickel linebacker, dime linebacker type of role. But he got through 345 snaps playing deep. So I'm thinking, could be, cover 2 man, cover 3, cover 1, any one of those. Yeah. Now, what I liked about him here, check this out. No touchdowns allowed, 4 interceptions.
Need that.
Right. We need all of that. Coverage stops, 17th. 17 was here. So that's
top 5.
Right. And scroll up a little bit here. Let's take a look at the other numbers. Scroll up. Yeah, okay, we saw these earlier. So,
let's see.
Man, I know some of y'all probably like, man, you doing so much defense. We got a rookie quarterback. We need offense. I'm gonna take a look back at these comments real quick, JD, because
All right.
just I want to make you guys. I think I'm paying attention to you guys, so I'm just gonna show them real quick here. It's Keon White available at 39. We need that 3-4 defensive end, 5I. Now, when I selected him, this was his comment, which made me want to come back. It says, Ojala is great, but he's a 3-4 outside linebacker. We're not going to be in the base package the whole time. We need that 3-4 DN badly, and Keon White is a shoe fit there. I get that, but, you can also put Ojulari, as a stand-up DN as well. Like, there's no, there's some position flexibility there. But, that's why I went with him. Here's a name you remember, JD. Damian Henley, super athletic.
I'm not sure how big a need linebacker is, because if you think about it, right, we have Shaq Thompson, who's going to be a stand-up linebacker. We have Brandon Smith, who is going to be a stand-up linebacker. We have Franklin Louvu, who can be a stand-up linebacker.
Yeah, and he can play, and it's already been said, he can play inside and outside.
Outside, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm not quite sure, because say you want like an even mix of inside and outside guys. Like Shaq has done inside and outside over his career, so he's interchangeable. Brandon Smith was outside last year, and I foresee him playing inside this year. Do you factor in Jeremy Chin being in the box more? So that's your nickel line. Yeah, I'm not totally certain how big it is a need, but I love Damian Henley, bro. He's one of my guys. Definitely need those safety linebacker tweeners. He used to be a safety, as they mentioned. Shows up on film, ran a 4.5, clamped up at the Senior Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Vocal leader, all that good stuff. So I would be a fan of it. It wouldn't be a bad pick at all.
Okay. All right. And it says that he's 255, too small for DN. Let's see. We need a quarterback on the other side of JC because D-Jack not going to hold up. Bring in Rush. I think Rush was already gone. Let's see. Let's see who's on the board.
Let's see. Oh, we missed that. That was for the last pick.
Okay. You can't pass on pace right here. I agree. Now this one interesting. I can't remember if you mentioned him, but this is the backup to Bijan. Ain't this? Or did they kind of share the load?
They shared. Yeah. They Roshan was more of the short yardage back. Bijan can do that role too, but they had to use somebody else to kind of shoulder the load. But he's a solid back, man, and he's got some juice to him. He's not just a pounder, but he's got some good footwork and jump cuts, all that good stuff that flashes on film at you. So
right. All right,
solid pick too.
Let's see. Let me get back here and make my decision here. Draft the player. Yeah, I had to see that's my boy Brown.
You want to go up and down? Let's see. Coombs, Palmer.
Starting to get some cornerbacks I like here.
Yeah. I hadn't seen. I'll probably click on him before you make a decision. Andrew Voorhees tore his ACL, but
damn,
he that's the reason why he's still on the board. Like he probably would not be on the board still if it wasn't for that. You could take a quick look at his grades here. Like this, he would have been gone well before this if he hadn't torn his or hurt himself at the combine. I think that's who this is. I think that's what it is. Analysis trends. Yeah, you see his stock just dropped off the face of the earth
Right.
not long after. Or yeah. What you thinking, man? You thinking corner? You thinking receiver? It's a receiver on here. Dane mentioned Moreno Cropper, Roshan Johnson here, G.I.E.R. I think you going G.I.E.R., bro.
I'm tempted. I just kind of want to get a quick look. Scroll up a little bit.
I hadn't seen him. I want to look and see his stats because you mentioned him on the pod not too long ago.
But I think I know I want to draft at cornerback over him if he's available after this pick. If I can get one more player before I pick him. So let me go ahead and make this pick here. So with this one,
okay.
Hey man, we need them 4 picks, man. Give my safety, Jair Brown, man.
Let me see where he at. He up. There you go. There you go. Welcome to the squad, B.
We gotta get these avenues back in the mix. Now this one, I'm gonna be honest, I want a cornerback, so let's just skip all this and sort out cornerbacks. Corners.
You said never the word. Corner.
Boom, right there at the top.
Let me see. I ain't seen this one either.
Yeah, check him out, man. Check him out.
Let's leave the first look. 5'10", 181. I don't care about it. That's not bad.
Now, as you heard with Dame, if you was listening to us earlier, he tested it a lot better at the Senior Bowl and things of that nature. Okay. I like what I saw on film with him as well. Let's see, 771 defensive snaps.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Pass rating is concerning, but again, just have to take a deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he plays a lot of slot, 252 snaps there, corner, box, a little bit of deep. So again, there's some flexibility to switch him back and forth between inside, outside.
Yep.
11 missed tackles. But you know what, though? I think what's his name from Stanford was a little bit better. I think he already gone though.
Yeah, he went in between our last 2 picks.
Right. So in this cover grade, now I'm seeing here, I noticed this before, 7 touchdowns and only 1 interception on 68 targets. But Dame said he really stuck out to him at Senior Bowl, and I trust Dame. So you know what? I'm gonna turn a blind eye to that 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. I'm gonna go ahead and draft him.
All right. Well, the year before, that didn't look as bad as 7-1. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
All right, we turn in the card.
Turn in the card.
Bet.
All right, my last pick.
Last pick.
Let's just see the best of who's left. I need me a lineman, bro. So let's go ahead and just
You want interior tackle? What you think? You want to see what's there?
Yeah, I definitely got to see what's there. I'll be okay with our running backs as is, even though I am tempted at running back as well.
Yeah. We can take a peek in there.
But if we got Bryce, we got to protect them on the inside, man.
Yep. So Jared Patterson is a guy I pick a lot.
Yeah, him, and there's one more guy if he's still available from. Here's a guy. These 2 right here. I always struggle. I got Juice Scruggs and Antonio Mafi. Both of them got position flexibility. Juice can play center, left, and right guard. Mafi, he can play both guard positions.
Cool.
These are guys that, if I had an extra 5th, 6th round pick, he's the one I would go with here. So, because my grub is about to enter the neighborhood, let me make this pick. You go ahead and set up the second draft.
All right.
Position flexibility, give me Juice Scruggs, man.
Juice Scruggs.
Take a quick look at his. As you can see, snaps by alignment. He only gave up 1 sack, 3 hits on the quarterback, 10 hurries.
Yeah.
Played primarily all center this past year, but previously he's played some snaps at center and right guard. You see some left guard snaps as well. So, like I said, he's got experience at all 3 positions. Even was thrown out the right tackle for 2 snaps. So you got to, someone on your depth when you only can have 7, maybe 8 offensive linemen game day. He would definitely be someone to pinch that can play center in both guard positions. So, yeah, go ahead and draft him for me.
He's a James Camping guy now.
All right. Hey, let me run to the door. I'll be right back.
All right.
You can go ahead and run the show and set up the next one.
Voorhees for the future, Mad Marks. Yes. That's my perception on it. If we're serious about getting drafting, offensive line and keeping that a strength in the team, definitely something you consider. And I know this isn't the sexy draft that our GM talked about, Fitterer talked about at the interview, but when you think about it, we've definitely plugged holes on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, you got your quarterback for the future. Maybe we wish we get some more weapons here, but again, you got to consider what we have on the roster already. Got 2 wide receivers who played at a high level last year. Got a tight end, Hayden Hurst, who's seen a lot of football and just hasn't had the opportunity to be that guy. You get Miles Sanders, you get Chuba Hubbard back. Raheem Blackshear is a name that not enough people are talking about right now. He played at a great level when he actually touched the field on special teams and on offense as a running back. So, again, you got Terrace Marshall you got to get the ball to. You got Shi Smith, a guy who has to show something to stick around. You got Laviska Shenault. So, there's some guys on the roster already. I think they did a good job covering the holes to where even if we did go this defensive route, you would be fine, I believe, because you got your quarterback of the future. I think it was important to get an edge. It was important to go ahead and get another linebacker or a safety. Corner is a concern as well, so we'll see what they do. And again, free agency ain't over, so there'll be some more moves after the draft that Fitterer mentioned, as well as getting your next guy as far as locking up Brian Burns long term. That could be a domino to fall, and then we go get another edge, or say we'll go get another wide receiver that's still sitting out there. So at the end of the draft, after that concludes, it's not the end all be all. Let's take a look. I want to look at the first round and see what happened after. So we go Bryce Young. Houston goes C.J. Stroud. Arizona doesn't trade. They stay pat. They get Will Anderson. Colts take Anthony Richardson over Will Levis. Seattle takes Tyree Wilson over Jalen Carter, who goes the very next pick to the Lions. So Paris Johnson makes his way over to the Raiders. Will Levis is a Falcon. Devon Witherspoon goes to the Bears with our pick. Joey Porter Jr. goes over. Did he go over Christian Gonzalez? That's wild. And then Jackson Smith in Jigba rejoins C.J. Stroud with the second pick over in Houston. So there's some interesting places here, but we're going to go ahead and run this second one. We're going to set it up. And I'm going to be listening to y'all. So technically, I'm going to have the final say so I can override y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I want y'all opinion. And my mindset going into this next mock is get as many weapons for whoever we pick one as possible. Potentially on my list is interior offensive lineman because I want to keep that a strength. I'm not outside of drafting a running back It's too much talent in this running back class, and I'm not totally sold on the room we got. Miles Sanders is going to be great in my opinion, but you can always stand to add an extra guy, so we'll see. I'm still not outside of taking the tight end and bidding Ian Thomas a farewell if need be. So
yeah, I saw that.
We'll see. Definitely looking at this wide receiver class and definitely looking at cornerbacks and all that good stuff still. But our priority for this draft is going to be adding weapons. So we'll see what we got.
All right, I'm back, bro.
I might tweak some of these. What's good?
Okay, have you started the second draft yet?
Yep.
All right, let me take a look at the
look at the comments though.
Right.
Twitter, y'all still hanging in here? They said we did a Matt Rule draft. I'm dead. We field holes. Matt Rule just patched them.
Right.
I
mean, we come and understand this. No matter who you draft or pick, somebody's going to feel like they're going to take a draft pick way more personal than what it should be.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. All right, chat. Y'all wake up because I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm gonna get y'all weigh in. Y'all gonna have to tell me when we ready to trade back. If there's a deal out there that's good, y'all got to tell me. Cause
right, exactly.
I ain't got no problem with standing where I'm at, standing pat and picking. So y'all got to speak up.
Yeah, because because like you said, you could trade options at the first pick. You can also do it the second pick. You can also do it at the third pick as well. So basically, you got options, man, because as you see when you hit enter draft, you're going to get trade offers. Usually the first 3-4 rounds of picking, you're going to get offers for your pick. So you definitely, if nothing else, just take a look to see what's out there, you know what I'm saying, and see what may be worth taking, because if I think you're going to do what I think you're going to do, you might can cash in on this first overall pick and recoup some picks to use in this draft primarily.
Potentially. Charles on YouTube said trade back into the first for a wide receiver. We'll see. It ain't gonna be no top 15 pick or whatever. Like, we're not gonna go crazy and do that because we ain't got no first round pick next year to do it with. But
right, exactly. Plus, there's no bona fide, surefire. Trading a round 2, round 3 level wide receiver and draft them in the first, just for the sake of saying, hey, we drafted a wide receiver. I mean, this class is not, built like that to justify that type of move, in my opinion.
Right. It's not top heavy. If it was a top heavy class like Odell's class or some class like that, 2015 or 16, whichever year that was, then we could probably justify coming back up into the top half of the first. But given that we don't have a first round pick next year, and given that it's not a top heavy wide receiver class, there's probably going to be a couple guys sitting there at 39 we can find, or at the bottom half of the first. So we'll see. All right. Well, let's see. Matt Mark says, "What can we get for a coach trade?" We about to find out, my brother. I'm gonna keep the settings. I might turn randomness up a little bit. I'm gonna turn public up a little bit too. Okay, we're gonna go into it and we're gonna see what we get as far as trades before we start this thing.
Right.
Let's see. Well, I have to hit start draft to see the trade offers. So
exactly.
We got 20 trade offers. Lord. Okay.
Now, some of these are gonna be comical. I'm just gonna let you know.
So Arizona wants our pick. They're picking 3. So just to start off with my trade valuation chart, obviously a swap.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did they have the first? Were they the first ones that offered?
Yep, there was a first offer.
No, did you click on the arrow right there? The down arrow right there?
Where? Oh, no.
Yeah,
they're not the only one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not the only one. They're just the one with the highest pick. So it puts in that
got it.
order. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what on earth they would trade up to one for honestly, because obviously they don't need a quarterback. Just pay Kyler Murray.
Right. So with them, what I usually do is I go ahead and give them a 2024 first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try to get as many picks out of this draft on day 3 out of them as possible. Possibly see if we can get away with a day 2. So
We could probably we could get hold on. Let me try something. That's not gonna get accepted. So we could definitely get 66.
Let's see if we can get 66. Now I'm greedy. We ain't got nothing at the 145. Let's go back up. Let's see.
Oh yeah. We could probably get one of these. Now we could
about
probably get both of them.
Go ahead and get the last one. Get that 213. See,
might as well throw it in the bag too.
That's a 90% chance. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, a pick swap and 4 picks. Man, run that.
And the first next year.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they get the first.
Yep.
And we get all of that. Yeah. Run that 90% chance. Yeah, they'll take that.
The reason why I'm not even going to consider any other offer is because if we trade with Indianapolis, they're going up for a quarterback. If we trade, let's see who else is on here. If we trade for Detroit, they could potentially go up and get a defensive lineman, but I'm still not ruling out quarterback here. Atlanta is in the division, no chance. Chicago just traded with us. Why would they trade back up?
Raiders might try to trade up.
Yeah, Eagles are too far down, so no. That's the reason why I'm 97% sure. I'm gonna slow this down so I can see what they do. I'm 97% sure Arizona is not taking a quarterback with this pick, and I'm 100% sure because they traded up. Houston's not gonna do anything stupid like trade down. They're just gonna take whatever quarterback is on the board. So we're gonna offer this trade and pray it go through. They took it. Okay. Let's resume draft, see what they do. They took Will Anderson. They traded up for Will Anderson, number 1 overall. Houston takes Bryce Young. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here we go.
Cause the earthquake. Send a tsunami.
Now I'm overriding this because y'all wanted to trade. Key. They said key. They starting to keep pounding chant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm overriding this, so I'm not listening to y'all on this pick. Okay? I'm not listening. And I want y'all to listen to me.
You about to set Twitter on fire.
We sit here at pick 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson in the eye. Y'all know what I'm. It's tough for me because I love CJ Stroud. I think he'll be a great pro. I think if he doesn't come here, the next best situation for him is Indy. So by us trading down and not taking him, he'll go to Indy and he'll have a pretty solid career.
Possibly Seattle.
Or Seattle, yeah. Seattle would be a good fit. Let him sit behind Geno. I still think that was a high-end bridge deal that they gave Geno. So I'm not tripping too much and thinking they couldn't take possibly a quarterback. So given where we're at in this scenario, I'm taking Anthony Richardson.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to give you a couple reasons why. One, obviously, because I don't care about the completion percentage argument. That's never been an accurate measuring stick of the accuracy of a quarterback. It's just lazy. That's what it is. When we're picking in the top 5, we have to balance out pro readiness and potential ceiling. And pro readiness means that you can drop them in an NFL offense and they can compete. So, given that, and also given the circumstance where we've given our rookie quarterback safety blankets and Hayden Hurst and Adam Thielen and a guy who's a deep ball specialist with DJ Chark and
Terrence Marshall Jr.
Terrence Marshall Jr. is a 50-50 ball guy. Laviska Shenault, who does excellent catch and run scenarios.
Go ahead and say your boy name, man. Go ahead.
Shy Smith out there. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? He I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. I just can't justify passing on the ceiling of CJ Stroud, passing on the ceiling of Anthony Richardson for the guy who's the safe pick, especially when the guy who is the ball placement specialist falters when he's under pressure. Are you really a specialist if everything's not perfect and you don't deliver? So I got to take Anthony Richardson, man. I got to. Mad Marks is gonna be mad at me, but the guy in the comments, he said you have to take CJ here. We just got all those picks back. I could take CJ, but I'm not going to. I trust that there is no. I said it a million times on Twitter. I'll say it again. If you can't develop Anthony Richardson as a head coach GM, you know what I'm saying? You don't deserve to be in the NFL. You just shouldn't be there. And I could definitely, I appreciate it. He said, you do you, bro. I didn't mean to like harp on it because I know people in Twitter comments are on my neck. I just can't live with drafting CJ Stroud and then 2-3 years down the road, here comes Anthony Richardson lighting the league on fire. You know what I'm saying? And I think I've seen enough from him as far as improving over the course of the year. Why not trade back to 5 and take him? Let's see. Well, is there an option to trade back to 5? There is not. So there's a reason.
Well, there's
your answer.
Here's what you can do on that. Actually, scroll back up to the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Name of the team.
I could probably
actually negotiate the trade. You don't have to just do the trade offers. Like, okay, go to Seattle and then pull up their picks.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we can fleece them for 5. You know what I'm saying? We get 3. We get a first round next year too. We probably only gonna be able to get off.
We're probably gonna get much because it's only dropping back 2 spots.
Yeah, let's take that.
We ain't gonna be able to get a first from them.
No.
Because look, even if you do, look, they showing no interest.
Yeah, they're not interested.
Nah, they ain't even trying to hear. Like, nah, bro.
Now, if we give up something, and nope, they're just not going for it.
They're like, nah, Federer, do you, bro?
Yeah. All right. 4.
Now let's.
I'm seeing 4. Let's see what 4 do. And just give us a second next year or something. Nah, they're not interested. Okay. They're gonna make us pick.
So before you do that, see what Detroit talking about.
Let's see. Detroit talking about. Let's see. Detroit. They pick 6. Okay. But they're not interested.
Nah.
We got to pick. Man, as much as it pains me to, like, you know what I'm saying, pass on CJ Stroud, I'm here for the chaos. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. So we taking Anthony Richardson. We're going to take the man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to be that. CJ Stroud goes to the Raiders in that scenario. Ooh, I meant to pause it and see where we're at receiver-wise. I missed it. Dang. I was going to try to jump up and get Josh Downs or Zay Jones, Zay Flowers. All right. All right, chat. We sitting here, pick 39. Do y'all want to trade back again and recoup some more picks? Or do y'all want to stand pat and pick somebody?
Well, if you look at it, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got 9 picks left.
Yeah, we got 9 picks left. So we can take a luxury.
But what we did in free agency, we done I think we're good on picks, bro.
I could have used it to trade up if I would have caught it. Let's see where they went. Deontay Banks. Oh, Zay Flowers went 23. Oh, that was a little too high.
Right.
I was hoping they would drop down to the low 20s. Okay. So here we go. We got DeJuan Jones, one of the top tackles. He normally isn't here at this point. And let's look at the alignments. He's exclusively a tackle.
And a right tackle.
Yeah.
Look, bro, 0 sacks, 0 hits.
Yeah. 0 hurt.
And only 5 hurts.
Ain't bad. Look, Taylor Moton used to be a guard, bro.
Nah.
You know, back in Western Michigan days, you know what I'm saying? He used to be a guard. He was the guard tackle. Could slide him right back on in there. Potentially. And he, like I said, he's a guy that's not normally sitting here at 39. So that's something you can consider, especially that we recruit some picks and it's a deep edge class. I like Jack Campbell and Nathaniel Dell. Both of those guys are my guys.
Now, bro, you talking about now? If you want to do chaos,
yeah.
Pittsburgh looking for a right tackle. If you want to think about trading Moton to Pittsburgh, get you a couple extra picks.
Let's see.
And free up his salary cap. But that'd be kind of messed up. That man restructured his contract.
Oh, just to get traded.
Yeah.
Look, that's how the cookie crumbles. Can I?
It's just business.
Let me see if they'd be interested. Let's see if they'd be interested. Hold on, I went back too far. Taylor Moton. All right. 39, 49. Lopsided. Give us a...
No. We need more. No. You got to get more picks out of this year's draft. No. Forget next year, man.
Okay, I'll take that second out, man.
It's only 31%. Now, you probably got to drop back a little bit. Probably pick 120.
Yeah, I can definitely get those. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Now we're just being pick greedy.
Yeah.
We got 12 players.
Yeah.
But bump it, man. Cause look, Smooth would love this. Smooth, we're gonna do this for you, baby.
All right. We're gonna do this and take DeJuan Jones.
Yes, sir.
Because we with the chaos.
Yeah, we with the shits.
Oh, hold on. Let's see if DeJuan make it that far.
No, he was sitting there waiting. Wait a minute. Hold up.
He went to.
I thought I saw he went somewhere.
Yeah, we went to Atlanta. So we got fleeced. We got burnt on that one. But it's all right. We probably should have just took him and then slid whatever inside. It's all good because we sitting here looking at Deion Henley and Nathaniel Dell.
Look, now we got a hole at right tackle.
Yeah, we do got a hole at right tackle now. Thule, I would consider. Do y'all, since we sitting here, do we want to just fill that need or find somebody to fill that need? He's a left tackle.
But he played right 2 years ago. But
yeah, he played right before.
He got one snap.
We going crazy this draft.
Hey, look. See if we can trade Pittsburgh back and get Moton back.
I swear, hold on. Because it's so crazy. It's so crazy. It just might work. It just might work. Let's see. Hold on. Where they at? Hold on. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't care. Pal, we change our mind, beloved. We change our mind. Give us our guy back. Oh, let's see.
And getting back
Put
all
in
their
a-
picks. Everything that says Pitt on it. 120.
we forget. We changed our mind. Hold on. Go back. Okay. I only trade. Yeah, I ain't trading none of that. Well, you can give us that. All right.
No. Why you gonna give up the 80th pick? Why you gonna give that up?
Oh, that's them. Hold on. Let's see.
I mean, hold on. That's them. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we giving them 49, 120, and 234.
And they're gonna give us
Taylor.
Moten back in 80?
And 80. Yeah.
Oh, run that.
It'll likely be accepted. I'm gonna see if I can get some more out of it.
So now you're being greedy.
Yeah, I'm just being a little bit greedy.
Hey man, damn next year we ain't gonna be able to pick nobody with it. That's why I don't even pay no mind to that.
We were just gonna, we changed our mind. Never mind, Pittsburgh.
Hey, Moten, cancel that U-Haul, bro.
Yeah, we sorry.
We sorry.
Dang, the thing that went. All right, we sitting on the clock. Pick 66. Garrett Williams staring us in the eye. Let's see. Trevius staring us in the eye. Jamie Robinson, a guy Smooth really likes, staring us in the eye.
Michael Wilson, how's he?
Michael Wilson. He's a big body guy, I think. 6'2". Nah, he's not that big. Do they have a first look on him? Nope, they ain't got nothing written on him. I ain't really watching.
There's a guy.
Here's a guy. Drop rate. Yeah. Yards of reception. So 15 yards of reception is pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
Deep catches 5. Deep yards 126. Screen catches 7. Slot catches 10. Not bad. Here's what I'm thinking though. I'm thinking I get a track star that plays running back.
Oh, hey.
Got to do something to get these weapons for Anthony Richardson.
Ain't no tight end floating around?
Let's see. Oh, A.T. Perry's not too far behind him. Derek Hall, one of Dame's dudes.
They go out cornerback Clark Phillips third.
Clark Phillips, yeah. So we pick at 66 and 80. So hopefully one of these guys will fall. And we can get just Darius Rush sitting here at 81. So potentially we got options once we get down to
Tank
80.
Bisbee. That's another one of Smooth's guys.
Yeah, 83. So we got options.
Yeah, we got
down
options.
there at 80. Okay, so I'm thinking between these guys, Garrett Williams we took last time, so we'll spare it this time. Trevius Hodges Tomlinson is my dude. He's a dog. Jamie Robertson, I think he's more of a
I think he's a box safety.
Is he? Let's see. Nah, they use them both. Let's see what
he's both.
Yeah. 2 high safety. Cool. I don't know how well that fits what we do, what we're gonna do. It's interesting though. He's a good tackler, they say.
I mean, look at that run defense and coverage.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that force and completion rate.
Yeah. He's got some fun film to watch too. Man, I'm torn because you could really get a good defensive guy here, but I'm looking Devin A-Chain in the eye. You know what I'm saying? And he's an elite speed guy. Like, probably the fastest guy in Carolina as soon as he touches down. The thing is, though, he's kind of small. You can tell here. So we would have to find a role for him. 5'8", 188. Immediately he adds kick return value too. So we'll see. Ah man, I really want to add like a elite speed guy. What y'all thinking, chat? What the chat's thinking? Zay Flowers. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? Let's see. I don't know. They quiet on me. Ooh, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to. Let me look at. Let's see. No, I know it's gonna be some receivers there.
Oh, look at my baby. Hi, Jelani.
Hey, Jelani. I'm gonna take. You know what? I'm gonna take A.T. Perry.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Hey,
Because we
Corey would
gotta
like
add.
that. Shout out to Wake Forest.
Yeah. Look, I passed on Tillman, who's another guy Damian talked about in our last
Cedric
live stream.
Tillman.
Yep. I just want somebody with a little bit more speed. And Tillman had like I'm pretty sure his injuries and stuff like that impacted how fast he played, but we'll see what we got here. We're sitting at 80. Garrett Williams still up here, which makes sense because he tore his ACL. He probably will slide a little bit. Hodges Tomlinson is still here because he's kind of small. He's probably going to be a nickel. Jamie Robinson might be the move. Jamie Robinson, I'm between Jamie Robinson or Darius Rush.
Yo, let's get JC Hornboy back.
I'm tempted. I'm very tempted to do it. Coverage grade looks good here, 80.3. Run defense, I'm a little concerned about, but none of these guys are perfect down in this part of the draft. 6'2", 198. So adding size there. I'm taking Darius Rush. We've got plenty of more picks down here to play around with. So I'm taking Darius Rush. Marvin Mims goes. I was looking at him. Okay, so now we're looking at pick 93. Let's see. Tank Bigsby probably is going to be the guy. I'm just going to scroll down here, see what we got. Kendre Miller, Parker Washington. I could potentially get Monty's guy in here. Keyshawn Boutte, Ivan Pace. I'm tempted to still take him because even though we took him last draft.
Right.
Let's see. I don't think we touched on edge enough, but we can do that later on too. Okay. It's going to be Tank Bigsby. We taking Tank Bigsby, y'all. Let's take a look at him. Rushing grade, zone grade. So, now, Kev, you're going to have to remind me, what does Wright run? Like, is he a zone or a gap guy? Last I remember,
but Wright, he's he likes to use a lot of 21 personnel. That's usually gap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But now he does RPOs, which also does run. So he's actually a mix.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he can line it up and pound it at you, or we can stretch you out and play with your feelings a little bit. So that's a good thing because depending on the weakness of the other team, we could be versatile.
Okay. Bigsby is a one-cut guy, they say. Bell cow because of his size. Has to work on his hands. Well, we have that down in Carolina already, with Chuba, but I think Tank gives you a little bit more explosiveness. Yeah, we're going to go with Tank Bigsby. Let's see where he's normally picked. Unique shake for a 210-plus pound back. Very speed well. Tough runner between the tackles. TJ Yeldon.
It's likely puts our boy Rashawn Blackshear back on the practice squad with this pick.
Yeah, potentially. I'm not mad about it though. I feel like Raheem is a good enough kick returner, and we don't have a kick returner like who's available and healthy right now. So potentially you could run with 4 for running backs, or he'll get the nod for active roster over somebody else like Chuba or Tank, depending on how he performs. So that adds competition to the room. I'm all for adding competition to the room. So we're just gonna take. Woo.
All right.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 114. Still a slew of picks left. So we basically doubled our draft picks or triple them. So we'll see here. KJ Henry is an edge. Kobe Turner is a defensive lineman. Jaden Reed, Ivan Pace. I'm tempted to take in Ivan Pace, even though we took him already. Balami Fehoko is the name. And rightly so, as you see his grades on here. 90.2 pass rush grade, 87.4 run defense grade. Pass rush rim rate is 21. Wow. Yeah.
Run stop rate.
He's one of those guys that keeps sliding down these boards. PFF loves him. I don't know that people know his name enough.
What's his height and weight?
He could be undersized. No, 6'4", 276. That's your 3-4 defensive man right there.
Yep.
Let's see how they used him. Outside tackle. Yeah, so he's switching between that. Looks like that 4-5 tech.
Some 3 technique, 41 snaps.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take Valami.
Okay.
I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna scroll down and see what else is down here though. Sean Tucker is a good back as well, but we just took one. G.I. we could still circle back to Zach Kuntz. I might, if he's still there next pick.
Cam Jones, a decent linebacker.
I hadn't seen him a bunch. Let's click on him.
Like I said, we kind of heavy there, so you know.
Yeah. Run defense grade.
I'm not gonna take him over Ivan.
Nah. Look at that coverage grade. The difference between the two.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna take Balami Fehoko here. He becomes that 3-4 defensive end. Voorhees goes, Mingo goes. Sean Tucker's gone. I love Deuce Vaughn, but we just took a running back.
Right, took Tank.
Moreno Cropper is a guy that ran sub-4. So he was that 4.35, 4.37 range. Smaller. Contested catch is not good, so we're going to pass. Zach Kuntz. This is Rashad from PMP's guy here.
Only one drop.
Yeah, I'll take it. Looks good to me. Run block grade, that's what I was looking for right there. 67.5. We can work with that.
Yeah, we definitely can.
6'7", 255. So he ain't no little dude.
Right.
His stock looked like it's going up.
Looked like it took a considerable leap up.
Yeah. After the combine, I bet. Because he ran 4.5 at the combine.
Right.
Anybody opposed to taking Zach Kuntz at pick 132?
I'm not.
5 picks, 6 picks left. We playing with house money at this point.
Pretty much.
Okay. No, he said Bryce Ford Wheaton was the guy he mentioned that ran 4.37. 6'4",
well, your big body, 6'4", 221.
Yeah. We're gonna see if he's still on the board because I'm taking. Let's see, what did I say I was taking? We taking Zach Kuntz.
Let's give Richardson some weapons, man.
Yeah.
Load up.
Jared Patterson just went. Israel Abakande. Abane Kanda. My bad. That's like another name I was looking for, but We've already taken a running back. Keaton
Now,
Mitchell.
there's one. Now, you want your zero technique in a 30 front? That's the one right there. Go back. No, not him. From Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina.
Scroll back up a couple of spots.
Oh,
Derek Clark.
I see.
Pull up his first look. Watch this.
Man, what?
6'4", 334.
Yep.
Redshirt senior. Check out his stats. For that size, he gets decent pass rush.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what the hell line. A gap and B gap, yes, sir. That's what we needed. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. Let me look at
because you know how long Bravion Roy is yet to stand out.
Yeah.
Now I like McCall.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He had a good year. Yep.
But again, he's only short term. This gives us 4 years.
Now I would consider going guard here. I don't know if we've gone guard yet.
We haven't. He's okay, but there's better guards down the list.
Down the line there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You're right, because then we'll get into Kirkland and those guys down here.
Like I say,
it's drugs. Mafi.
Yep. Him. There's some day three. Like Dane said, some day three linemen.
Yeah.
That could be contributing.
Okay, we'll hold out on them. I'm looking at this guy, though. I've seen him a couple times, and his numbers look ridiculous. Jonah Tavai, 290. So he'll be that 3-4 defensive end on in. So
you already got what's the name from San Jose State, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look how spread out those snaps are, though. That's kind of wild.
Position flexibility.
Yeah. Grades look favorable.
Backs,
yeah.
11 hits, 46 hurries.
So we took Valami because I was more concerned about edge than I was interior.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a name. If we would have gone the opposite direction, that taking a interior guy a little, what I'm saying, taking an interior guy a little earlier, but we still want a guy that can work.
Now he's stocky because he's only 6 foot.
Yeah, he's gonna win the leverage battle. That's for sure. Knock you in your kneecap. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be opposed to that. Let's see.
Price for Wheaton.
Yeah, let's look at him. He's that 6'4" dude I said I was gonna wait to see if he was still there.
He the one Dane talked about.
Yep. I wonder if they gave him a first look. No, they ain't writing nothing on him. They ain't writing nothing on that man.
Now at this stage, ain't gonna get no Allen. This is first.
I wouldn't be opposed to adding another wide receiver. Andre Yosevus is a guy that I like to. I assume that he would be a lot faster than he was. But he's a solid option too. Really good receiver. 6'3", 205. So he's not tiny. He's about DJ Chark size.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. Rashad Torrance had a terrible combine, I think they said, but
he's your free safety.
Yeah. Yep, use them deep. I would err to take, let's see. I would err to take because there's better guards on there. Nah, I'm taking Jared Clark. I'm adding bodies on the interior.
Right.
Add some competition up in there.
But you can get pass rush, even if it's not sacks. If you can make that eight in front of the quarterback uncomfortable.
Yep. Makes it a lot easier for everybody else on the defense.
He can't step up.
Yep.
Now we got Brian Burns and Ojulari eating.
Yeah. I like Jose Ramirez too. He had a great combine. I'm not gonna take him though. I'm probably gonna end up taking my guy up here, Bryce Ford Wheaton.
Hey, I'm with it.
6'4", 2. I haven't seen a lot of him, so I might have to take Dame up on that and watch some of his film. I'm kind of torn because I want to make sure I get some interior help. You took Scruggs. I'm gonna take Mafi.
Okay.
Bryce Ford Wheaton goes to Kansas City, obviously, of course.
Damn.
But of course, Scruggs still there. Stetson Bennett can catch some passes as a wide receiver. Income. Mallory had a good combine. Ronnie Bell, I really like him. I might end up taking Ronnie at some point. He ran 4.5. He's faster than that, I think. Rodriguez is a good running back, but we already took one. There's a name on here that I'm probably going to end up taking that's a little ways down the list. So since we're sitting right here right now, I'm going to go ahead and take who am I going to take? Let's see. I'm going to take Scruggs. I'm a double dip.
There you go. Now we definitely got insurance on the interior.
That's what we're going to do. Now, I hope he don't get taken.
So look, so when healthy, now we got what Bozeman.
Bose, yep.
Corbett.
Mays.
Now Mays, we got Christian at left guard. I won't complain.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We look, interior is solid now.
Oh, solid is yeah.
I know who turned the flips in the war room if this happened though. I know Camping is up in there shouting.
Yeah. Camping got a Woody that done flipped the table over.
Yes, sir. Let's see. Mario Douglas, that's what I'm looking for.
Liberty.
The only guy that stood out on Malik Willis's tape that wasn't Malik Willis. 4'3" athlete. Probably can return kicks if he tried. I'm glad he was still there because we need some more speed. Never can add too much speed. All right, let's see. We're gonna round it out. I'm gonna try to get a thumper or special teams.
Now, I'm gonna show you somebody.
Okay.
Go back to Bass tackle.
Where's that?
Oregon.
Yeah.
Now, some happen to either Moten or Icky. This will be the guy. Check this out. Only gave up 1 sack, 2 hits, 17 hurries.
Look at all them stats. Nope. You ain't said nothing but a word. We take him. You ain't said nothing but a word to me.
Okay, I was just saying,
Nah, I seen the amount of snaps he took to how many sacks and pressures he gave up. And I was like, nah, that's a wrap. Okay, they gave us a little solid grade. You know what I'm saying? We got a little A. I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
So we let's see, we'll recap it. So we traded down from 1 overall, got pick number 3 from Arizona. They ended up taking Will Anderson after the trade. Bryce Young goes to Houston, number 2. We take Anthony Richardson, pass on CJ Stroud, who falls to 7 to the Raiders. Will Levis goes 4 to Indianapolis, which is kind of wild to me.
Right.
I feel like they will be running up to the podium, falling over themselves to take CJ Stroud. Follow up Anthony Richardson with A.T. Perry. We just gonna that trade canceled out, so we ain't even gonna count that for real.
Right.
Just ignore that. A.T. Perry, Darius Rush to pair with J.C. Horn, Tank Bigsby, who can grow into 4-down back if need be. Balami Fehoko, who plays edge. He's listed as edge, but primarily probably will be shifting between 3-4 defensive end and anywhere from 4I. Zach Kuntz, 6'7", 255, ran 4.55. Clark is going to add a big body in our interior defensive line.
Mm-hmm. This is the meat part of the draft right here.
Nose guard. Mafi, interior guard.
Left guard or right guard. Yep.
Mm-hmm. With both of our guards hurt, that's big. Juice Shrugs, center and guard. Yeah, center and guard. Demario Douglas, probably a kick returner to start off with potential to grow into a more dynamic role in the offense. And TJ Bass is our break in case of emergency tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Gave us an A, so I think we came out okay.
Yeah, man.
Came out on okay. Now, obviously, they probably not going to take Anthony Richardson, but if I am sitting in their seat right now, I'm taking that lottery ticket.
Right.
Because if I miss, then I'm just going to find another job in 3 years like normal. But if I hit, I never need another job in my life. I have no need to worry. Even if I want to leave Carolina, somebody is going to swing their door wide open if I hit Anthony Richardson. If I hit on Anthony Richardson. So.
Now, what I'm curious about, Thomas Davis said, now we can take it for what it's worth because it is TD.
Yeah.
That two people in the Panthers front office were extremely high on Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Now, what two people they are, who knows? And then we saw where Frank Wright, even if he likes the guy, he wants it to be a collective group, so he's willing to, So I mean, I think that is serious discussions about all three quarterbacks being made, because again, that comment that was made about you don't want to be the guy that passed up on Tesla.
Yep.
So that would make me think Anthony Richardson. As Tesla per se, because of all the three picks, Stroud is the safest. Young is safe to a degree, but I mean, you do for those that want to put stock into the size concern. And
yeah, I
mean, how much stock would the staff have when they signed Andy Dalton, to, I'd say, possibly let him hold the reins this year?
Mm-hmm.
While we put, Richardson in the shop and upgrade him.
Look, I'm for it. Makes sense to me.
So, who knows? Yeah. We're just fans having fun, expressing our opinions. None of us got control over this. We just 24 more days, so yeah, we're basically just counting them down.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, we've been at it for 4 hours, Kev.
Right.
All together.
On a Monday. Look, and then I got Mike K tomorrow.
Yeah. Look. Y'all, it's draft season, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, if y'all ain't plugged in, if you ain't know,
are you gonna be available 8:00 tomorrow night?
I might can pop in. Yeah, we'll see what time I get off work.
Oh, you gotta. Okay.
Yeah. Day job got me. Today was a half day. Yes, sir. He said he got some big news, so if I can't get on with you, I'm gonna be listening.
Right.
Well, chat, y'all got anything to say that y'all need to get off y'all chest? Speak now, forever hold your peace until tomorrow.
Right. I think they're phasing out. We down to 7, so I think they kind of been. I think we done put them to sleep for the 4 hours.
Hey man, salute to the 7. Hold on.
Right.
Let me clap for y'all. Salute to the 7 that stuck through, bro.
Oh, now it's up to 8, and they are all from YouTube.
Thank y'all. 4 hours, y'all sat through all this. Some of y'all popped in, popped out. You are appreciated.
Most definitely.
Y'all the reason why we do this.
Yeah, this is fun for us. Because if we didn't have full-time jobs that required us, we would do this all day, every day.
Yeah, all day. What you said. Just going up, reviewing film, reacting to film all day. Yeah, man. Well, about that time.
Yeah, man. 10:43. I know a lot of people been up watching the national championship game. So
yeah,
between UConn and San Diego State. So I think I'm gonna flip that on and see how that turns out. See how that ends.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, definitely keep me tabs and let me know what you're looking like for the market. Like I said, I'll definitely be preparing my notes for Mike K and go from there.
Sound good to me.
All right. And again, we want to thank you guys on behalf of the 4-man rush. Like we did earlier, thank you on behalf of everybody on our staff. Just want to let you guys know we enjoy doing this because you make it fun for us. Again, whether we agree or disagree, it's all love because we eventually all want the same thing. That's the Panthers to be a winning franchise that wins some Lombardies from time to time. So,
yes, sir.
Looking forward to it. All right. Well, I'm about to relax and unwind and take these headphones off because they've been on my head for 4 hours. So, we got a head like mine that adds up.
Man. Been there.
All right. Well, we'll catch you all on social media. Again, hit us up Facebook. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And on behalf of myself and Panthers Den, y'all take care. And we'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, with the interview with Mike K from The Observer. Y'all take it easy.